different things. Okay. Hola, family. How we doing? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. So I want to get on here and do some readings. Y'all, I've abandoned my life. I haven't been on here in like a week and I really, really miss you guys. But we just gonna chalk that up to the holidays for real and we gonna keep it pushing. It's good to see y'all. I hope you guys have been treating yourself good over the holidays. I'm gonna start with a general message and see kind of what the energy is with the collective. And we'll go from there, family. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective here? Thank you so much. Those joining me on YouTube, those joining me on Facebook and my TikTok. Also, if y'all see me looking in different screens, it's because I have 3 different screens in front of me. Just bear with me, okay? We cousins, let me just flow, okay? Thank you so much, Lady Leo Divine. I appreciate it, darling. Empress, thank you for joining me on YouTube. I appreciate you, love. All right, Spirit, what is the energy with the collective right now? What's the word? All right. You are creating. You are about to create something so magical. And it actually feels as though this feels like a collective energy that I was picking up on a couple of days ago, where it's like, damn, you really had your head down. You've been working. You've been trying to figure things out and garner some sort of steadier ground. And because of that, a lot of your manifestations is going to highly benefit just based on seeds previously sown. So you don't have to bring so much like mental anxiety and chaos into a new chapter. You're not going to be able to do, to like live in this upgraded lifestyle by way of old standards that you've outgrown. But regardless, it is safe for you to move in confidence and surety of what you are creating. Now, keep in mind, like creating does have levels, if that makes sense. Like you're going to be a student, you're going to go through trial and error and all of the things. But what I'm telling you is that you can trust your manifestations and you can trust yourself more than what you've kind of like given yourself credit for. Because keep in mind, it seems like for especially this last year, but maybe even for the last 2, it's been nothing but death and rebirth, triggers, having to shed your old skin, having to leave motherfuckers behind, having to leave old versions of yourself behind. That wasn't just because you were damned to a cycle of redundancy and pain. You were forced to sit and alchemize energies that you let kind of move through your life as a run-on sentence. But now that you went through that shit, you did. You ain't had no choice. You went through it and not around it. Okay, now you're about to have some shit to show for it. It's sometimes that simple. That's why it's important for you to go through the storm and not around the storm. And a lot of the internal tools that you gather along the way are tools that will be a means of expansion for you in your next chapter. So pay attention. The divine is not about to let you be fucking around and skipping steps. If the divine lets you continue to skip steps, then that would only compromise your manifestations in the long run. There's no stability in that. So yeah, you did have to sit down and see, I'm not loving myself. I'm not showing up. I'm not loving right. I'm not loving myself right, and all of these things, because you don't get what you want, you get what you are. But now that you've kind of like had to sit in that, not to punish yourself, but to see it, now the energy is kind of transmuted. This feels like the worst has came to pass. To be honest, the worst of what's working against you is your own mind. It's not a lack of talent. It's not a lack of divine favor or anything of the sort. It's literally just you kind of getting out of your old ways and trying to bring systems that are outdated into some shit that is new. That's it. Okay. Sis, Bree, thank you for joining me, sis. I love you. Lily, thank you for joining me, darling. Dave, how you doing? Omar, thank you for joining me. Also, guys, all of you who are on all of my platforms, if you guys would like your cards read, you would click the link in my bio or the link that was provided in the description. It's going to take you to where you need to go to reciprocate energy to get a reading here on my live. And I go off of the order that your guys' readings come into. So click the link if you want to get a reading here on my live and come back to this live, okay? YouTube, I appreciate y'all. I really don't show up over here enough, and y'all are so good to me. I'm not gonna hold you. Love you most. You're so good. So many of your predictions have come true. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I try to give you guys my all. I really do. Follow from TikTok. I feel like a stalker. You can stalk me. I don't mind. I appreciate you being here, love. I really do. And those of you who did find me from TikTok, I appreciate that so much, because all of my followers from TikTok on my YouTube is completely word of mouth. That means there was like 3,000 people who searched up my name by me saying, hey, y'all, I'm trying to do something big. Can y'all please just fuck with me? So I thank y'all so much for that. I thank y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my girl, Rachel. Okay. Hold on. It ain't came in just yet. Give me 1 second. Also, I see you guys. I do see you guys putting your name. So you do have to reciprocate energy. Click the link. The link is going to tell you what to do. Okay. All right. Africa, thank you for joining me. All right, sis. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Your booking ain't came in yet, though. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on. That's weird. Okay, it's okay, sis. All right, Rachel, let's get into it. Princess AD, thank you for joining me. I know you. I think I know you. You look like somebody I know. I could be tripping, though. I happen to know a very beautiful chocolate girl back home in my city. She's gorgeous. She's a very awesome entrepreneur as well. But her name is AD. Also, I might be mixing it up just a little bit. You guys favor. Okay, sis, I got you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm sorry. Rachel Colette. Okay. Okay, sis. This actually does feel like more of the worst has came to pass as well. You have been overstimulated with shit that just feels too burdensome mentally, emotionally. It just feels like it's really a lot going on and you're never really able to catch your breath in the way that you deserve. But in 2026, you're going to have a lot more of the fruits of your labor like come manifest. But I feel like it's because mentally you're not going to be so rigid in how certain outcomes have to happen. But I want to explain that. I want to explain this the way that I feel it. Okay. So this feels like in this next chapter, you're not going to want to be so rigid in the who, what, when, where's, and how's, because the divine is just going to do it for you. 2025 was all about epiphanies and rebirths and literally like shattering your heart open over and over and over again. But it forced you into the truth, into who you are, and into seeing who's really with you and who's really not. And I think that instead of you kind of like engaging in like more of the emotional, more surface level things, I feel like you're just about to get into a different type of bag, because maybe you took all that shit personal, and is that really a bad thing? You know, like I feel like you're coming back with a different type of vengeance, sis. And not only that, the divine is going to bless it, because folks had an opportunity, or like folks treated you optionally in spaces where they could have poured into you, but the divine needed you to understand that you were self-sufficient within yourself. But regardless, your energy is being returned back to you after kind of feeling played and feeling like your resources were like all tied up in something that you couldn't control. But you are definitely moving on, and you are being prepared for either this is a partner with real, like a nice coin and some real love, or this could be like you promoting in something, getting more money, but also being prepared for love. But regardless, honey, you're going into, you are moving on from this old chapter, sis. And you're about to step into a lot of what God promised you a long time ago, because you're not bringing so much of the chaos and having to like hyper control the outcomes and the people that are in it. And that's why the divine is going to give you everything back. And it also feels like a lot of what's coming in for you, motherfuckers really won't see coming, because they really tried to like kind of limit what can happen for you or how life can play out for you. And I think that that's shown in your love life and your friends and how different people have treated you thus far. But what they don't know is that the divine saved a feast for you, like because you was hungry and you was feeding everybody else while you was hungry. So it's just something about the divine saying, yep, that was crazy, but we saved something or someone for you. So just wait and get back into your bag. You could be investing in yourself in some sort of way, like investing in your schooling, investing in a new career or something like that financially. But regardless, it feels like you're going to be pivoting in something, and that pivot is going to take you all the way. But sis, you're about to have a lot to celebrate, and this feels like a praise break. I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like when the divine bless you and you got to hit them knees, because for real, there's no other way to explain what just happened on your behalf. It's gonna be a lot of that in 2026. Just let me catch up. Let me catch up. Hold on, Facebook family. Don't go nowhere. I gotta pull my screen down. What? Why did it end my broadcast? Goddamn. Okay, well now I gotta get back on this motherfucker. Who was on there? Hold on, y'all. I gotta go back. Uh, hold on. Give me 2 seconds, family. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, Facebook family. I don't know why it kicked me off. Okay, but your guys' bookings are coming in. So let me see who's next. We got Crystal. What's your last name, darling? Crystal and Letha. Crystal and Letha. Let me know. And I want to make sure that y'all make it back, because I don't know if y'all came from my Facebook that just ended up getting kicked off. Okay. Crystal, I got you. I got you. Okay, come on back in, Facebook family. I'm sorry it kicked y'all off. Hey, that's why I don't be over there. That's why I don't be over there. All right, cousin. Let's get into it, Chris. Okay. This format. Okay, you paid for a reading as well. Okay, I got you, my darling. What was your name? Because I have Chris and I have Letha that I see thus far. But you guys all show up in my booking app so I can keep track of everybody, okay? All right, Chris. This is what I call 2025, child. I totally get it. Okay, Chris. This feels like you do have a lot going on because you're transmuting a lot, and it's very important for you to shift your perception on what's going on in your life, because it doesn't mean that like you've been putting in the work and that the work is abandoning you. I think your guides are making you stand on the fact that you're not a baby in your journey anymore, and you're being held accountable in the wisdom, being held accountable for your emotional intelligence, being held accountable for like how you take inspired action in your life and the type of alignment that you move into, because intellectually you a cold piece and spiritually you've been in your bag for a minute now, but it feels like you have to close out. And this could be as it pertains to a routine in love. Now, this could be like a partnership with someone, but I feel like there's a redundancy of maybe like a type of person or a person's energy that constantly pops up to like kind of try and challenge if you are really moving on, or like if you're really as emotionally balanced and self-committed as you think you are. And I think that you can like fall back sometimes into comfortability or like a sense of codependency in a way. And your guides are telling you to keep moving forward. You have maybe a new love or an upgrade in love that is coming in along with this new beginning, but there's a need to emotionally close out old chapters so that you're not being accessed by the same old things, and also for you to be more present in your life emotionally right now, if that makes sense, because a lot of the intuitive hints concerning your progression are coming through by way of you acknowledging some emotional wounds. But make no mistake, even though things are a bit wonky right now, your bag is still on the way. You're still blossoming. Your evolution on a soul level is more personal though. So you have to get the wisdom in terms of love, in terms of loving yourself, in terms of boundaries. And you are also used as an example to show others how to live live out their authenticity and how to learn how to trust themselves throughout their journey. So I guess in a nutshell, your guides are saying, just wait. And while you feel like you're in God's waiting room, heal. Get over certain things that have been lingering, or like being a quiet echo in the back of your ear. Alchemize it before this next cycle, because in the next cycle you actually have a lot more balance, where a lot of your seeds sown get to take roots. You could be in a more serious and committed relationship as well, growing in your consciousness and intellect, and also rising in your coins. The waiting game, the divine ain't going to throw you everything that you're asking for if the foundation isn't really on point like how it's supposed to be. So the divine is kind of making you address like the surface level things that you could have kind of like bypassed when you were going through your awakening and when you had to address other things. But you are definitely a chosen one that is on this temple path, and certain alliances are coming in for you that are going to be a great means of success emotionally and financially. That says triumphant success. That means you might have to work hard for this shit, a little bit laboring emotionally, and maybe even physically, but regardless, you blessed. And what doesn't serve you is being cut out. So make space. That's why it may feel like you're moving forward, but sometimes you're going backwards a little bit. But there's also about to be some sort of meeting of the minds on your behalf that's going to help you into this new beginning. So this could look like some sort of promotion or like some sort of investment into you within these next 2 months. That's also going to give you this confidence to continue to show up and commit yourself to your mission and your journey. And you are a part of this collective where you're not going to be able to bully your way into this new beginning. You're going to have to love your way into this new beginning and be kind to yourself as you address these wounds and rebuild your foundation. But regardless, your foundation is already promised to you. Okay? And that is for you, Chris. I love you down. Love you the long way. Love you for free. Okay? Okay, let me see who's next. Facebook family. I am so sorry. So I had like hella of y'all on my live a second ago, and then when I tried to pull down my screen, it just blanked. It just shut the whole app down. So I was like, wow, that's why I don't be over here. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming back. Woo, always spot on. Thank you. You are always welcome, Chris. You know you my dog. Okay, I think Letha was next. Letha, give me 1 second. Let me pull my screen down. Okay, it was Letha and then Samantha. Okay. Hi. Maya. I bet you thought you ate with the corny ass comment. I guess thank you for sharing and weirding in the vibes, but bless you. Did you get the energy boost that you was looking for when you put that dumbass comment? Just asking. Child, love and light, but I'll meet you where you at. Don't do that. Don't do that over here, ma. Go find something safe for you to do. Okay. All right. Okay, Letha. What's your last name? Okay, I see Letha. What is your last name, my love? When you guys are booking your readings or when you guys are getting in line, make sure you guys put first and last name, okay? You're a real one. Thank you so much. Tasha, thank you for joining me. Okay, Williams, let's get into it. You're right, because I actually do think that you did put that. All right, my darling. Let's see what Spirit has for you, Letha. Okay, Letha and Sandstar. All right. Letha, this feels like your guides are telling you to let something burn, let it fall away for good. Like I'm seeing something being burned and like the ashes rising or something. So it's like your guides telling you to let something be, let it go. You've gotten all you were supposed to get, and allow yourself to like kind of transmute this timeline and transmute this energy for your greatest good, because you're about to have a win, but maybe a win independent of someone. Let's see. Hold on, Letha. Oh, wow. So this feels like you could be in a situation or like in an environment that doesn't pour into you. It looks maybe like it could on the surface, but it just doesn't feel as fulfilling as you know that you deserve. But I feel like whatever this is, if this is a relationship, then it's been a means of awakening for you to see exactly what does not work. And it feels like your guide's telling you to regain your energy physically, mentally, spiritually, or create some sort of exit plan or some plan to move away from this. But regardless, you're going to be moving away from this. Something may happen on the horizon that forces you to see in totality that you can choose a higher timeline and more is available to you. But the divine is saving real love, saving a lot more healing, saving a lot more peace of mind for you. But you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So the divine is kind of like forcing you into finding your light right now, speaking your truth, create your own strategy, right? Independent of certain attachments behind, and taking in a new sense of direction that's going to be very blessed. But I do feel the fear of the unknown, maybe weighing your options and not really knowing what the best way of advocating for yourself is. And I feel like the divine is telling you to go the road less traveled by. Trust your intuition before it makes sense, while also knowing that the divine is about to bless you in ways that you don't understand, to where peace of mind is more of your norm. Peace of mind and love and reciprocation, instead of you staying overly accessible in environments and in situations that wreck your fucking nervous system and try, like, because it's trying to force you to choose yourself, you know? But I feel like your guides are kind of telling you, if shit is hitting the fan, let it, and get the wisdom that's freeing you so that you can move on. Okay? All right. Okay, and that is for you, Letha. Hold on. Why is it doing that? Okay, sorry, cousins. I'm back. All right, and I think Sam Star was next. Somebody said, "Give me your hair, y'all." I got this wig from TikTok Shop. Did it was like, I think it was like probably $75. It's somewhere on my page. I got it linked around the time that y'all see me pop out with this wig on my TikTok. The store that I got it from is linked inside of the caption on the TikTok Shop. Okay, Sam Star, what's your last name, darling? What's your last name? Okay, I see you. All right, my love, let's get into it. And for those of you who would like your cards read, you can click the link in the bio and come back here to this live, okay? All right, Sam McCready. Hi, Imperial Blaze. Thank you for joining me. All right. Sam, your guides are telling you to be patient just a little while longer because you're about to have some sort of breakthrough, but the divine is kind of sharpening your crown chakra, sharpening your intellect, and sharpening your self-commitment, but emphasis on your intellect because you're also extremely like gifted. Your guides have been having your crown chakra under like some sort of divine reconstruction before you pop out in this next chapter that's going to be very, very prosperous for you. And maybe you've been like, okay, well, what the hell is going on? The energy's not not moving like how I'm used to the energy moving, but the energy has been moving how it should because you've been under reconstruction. You're about to experience some sort of elevation in your career, but I feel like the divine like kind of forced you to like get out of imposter syndrome and kind of maybe see where you were keeping yourself, knowing that you were a divine one in spaces that are not beneficial to you or that don't even make you feel safe, because it looks like you could be coming out of a situation that looked like wish fulfillment but was only a means of like putting you into some sort of mental or emotional jail, or like maybe was a means to like delay your commitment to yourself, to your business, or what have you. But I think slowly but surely you're gaining the wisdom. I feel like your guides are just telling you to trust your strategy and stop looping, because intuitively you know what to do. And you can apply this to love. You can apply this to business. You can apply this to different aspects of your life. You are very, very wise spiritually and emotionally. And you're very, very divinely protected. And I feel like your guides want you to walk as such and not compromise your divine energy to stoop down to motherfuckers who literally will beg you for a hit of it like it's drugs. Like, for real. I think that your guides want you to maintain your boundaries and also like not put yourself in a box to just be just one thing. Like, I see this adjacent possibilities card out here. So it's like your guides saying, don't force yourself into a box or limit your potential. Allow yourself to create and show up more fluidly, but you don't have to condense yourself into a box or be performative for people. But you are about to be more seen and recognized for just your authenticity, literally what you know, what you've learned, how you've healed, and how you display it. And love is about to be returned back into your life, not just in terms of connection, but I feel like this is internal because somebody tried to steal something from you. Like, whether this was spiritual, mental, emotional, just stealing your peace of mind by way of doing the fucking most. But they don't know that you're a warrior for real. And they don't know that the divine really don't play about you. So when you were in hermit mode, kind of crying and having to tend to a whole lot of shit, you were sowing the right seeds. And now in 2026, you walk into it's like you walk into the divine's promise if you don't try to hyper control it, because if you hyper control it, you're going to make it small. You're going to make it small and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be like how the version of you that you're growing into really wants this shit and really knows what they deserve. Does that make sense? But regardless, you're in front of your abundance. And that is why mentally you have to address a lot of this shit. A lot of motherfuckers who were just a means of chaos, destruction, and delay. And your guides are saying, you know better. Okay? And that is for you, Sam Star. Thank you so much for joining me, my darling. Okay. Hola, cousins. Let me catch up. Let's see. The devil is a liar, child. Say that. Thank you guys so much on my YT for the love. I feel like I've maybe gotten on YouTube Live maybe like 3 times in the last year. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I love y'all. I'm going to start coming over here more often. I actually appreciate the energetic affirmation of you guys sticking around. Usually I stick in my bubble, my comfort zone with my TikTok cousins and my Facebook cousins. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, are the live readings open? Yes, they are. Click the link in the bio and come on back. Let me make sure I ain't forgot about nobody though. I'm about to pull my screen down, Facebook. I'm about to pull my screen down. If anything happened, just know I'm coming back. Okay. Okay. Okay, no, I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm all caught up, I think. All right. Thing like that. I do have, let me see. So if you guys are wanting to book like any of my other services outside of live as well, outside of live, it only works outside of live. I also have a special up until December 31st where you get 15% off